What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is your boy Adamslink. How you in a day? Welcome to another crazy video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. I hope you guys are doing okay. Well, guys, there is this trendy issues that I want to also discuss, and I don't know how you guys might feel about this. Cocaine in Nigeria was recently seized in Lagos, and guess what? What 278 million US dollars. They say NDLEA seized cocaine worth 194 billion naira from Lagos warehouse. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has busted a warehouse in Ikorodu area of Lagos where 1.8 tons of cocaine worth over 278 million US dollar, an equivalent of about 194 billion naira. It in street value were seized. The warehouse was raided on Sunday. The suspected baron have been arrested. Can you imagine, guys? The amount, street value, 278 250 278,250,000 US dollars seized in Ikorodu, Lagos State. So my question is, the federal government, I don't know how you're going to go about this, or if it is to destroy this product, knowing very well that you're going to improve our economy and the rest, because the money is huge. So let me know, guys, exactly what you will do if given the opportunity to make a decision concerning those products. For instance, if I ask you now, what are you going to do? Are you going to destroy it knowing the street value, 194 billion naira? Knowing the street value, are you going to destroy that product? Or are you going to indirectly put it into the market or resell it to one drug baron in another country? As a federal government, you have rights to do that now. Secret deals. Huh? Are you going to let it just go like that? All those drug barons, they make money on. But who they take all those things? Do they add it in any product, or do they add it in our medicine? Because those things are too much now. That's why I reason people like Pablo Escobar, how they amass such wealth dealing in drugs. Well, guys, let me know exactly how you feel. And President Muhammadu Buhari even responded to this, praising the NDLEA for their commitment and also for what they did. Well, that's what that. We're also going to check out other stuff as well. Peter Obi and Oshiomole. Then ASO strike. Students are currently protesting, guys. They are blocking roads, major highway, just to make sure the government listen to them. And honestly, I do not want anyone to start talking, any politician to start talking that all those students, they are not well trained, they are committing nuisances, they are being banned. They are exactly what they use, the kind of names they use on NSAS, peaceful NSAS protesters. They will start using it on the student as if they have not been patient enough. Those students have been at home for more than 6 months. They have been patient, waiting for the federal government and also to come up with a deal, but yet nothing has been done. They are just moving for one, like this one will say this one will say this one. There was one time they said Nigeria parents should start begging ASU to call up the strike. To start begging ASU to call up the strike. Well, they are protesting at major highways, and we have seen some of them, the interview they granted. Puja said, I think blocking the National Assembly's gate in Abuja could be most effective way to protest this ASU strike. Blocking of airport could be throwing stone into the basket because parents of students could be there. But let's go and choke the honorables and senators. So he's advising them to take the matter to National Assembly, block the gate. That would be more better. Is it that no one is listening to what is happening in ASO? ASO is demanding for 1 trillion naira. And according to the federal government, they said they have meant that 80% of what ASO is asking. ASO is federal government saying that they are not going to pay any salary because for the past 6 months they have not been in office. ASO said that you now must pay that salary. They must pay that salary. That's the issue now. And then we saw Showore also there as well. Showore came out to sympathize with Nigeria students, and of course, Showore. When I think about Showore and what he has done for Nigeria, and like the kind of protests he has been organizing, I feel like it's very, very unfair to him that is not getting the amount of love during this upcoming presidential election. That is not getting the amount of love that he deserves. And now he's the only presidential candidate that is outside now protesting with students. Protesting with students. I don't know how the federal government will go about this. I don't know. But I think they really need to do something fast about it. This is like the sixth months now they have not been in schools. So that's it for now. And meanwhile, the other time we saw President Muhammadu Buhari giving a very beautiful speech recently when he said that educational system determines level of national development. That is coming for President Muhammadu Buhari. He's currently in the United States of America attending this, I don't know, sorry. But I think we have so much demanding issues in Nigeria, so we need to come back very, very, very soon and then make an impact on those issues, Then, firstly, I want to make this really clear. Okay, let me talk about this first concerning Osinbajo recently traveled to the UK to attend the Queen's burial. We saw head of states there, including US President Joe Biden. And it will surprise you guys. US President Joe Biden was the only president allowed to drive his convoy into the Queen's villa. Every other president were all suffered in a bus. Every other head of states, leaders of country were all suffered in a bus. Only Joe Biden was allowed to drive his convoy. And meanwhile, our able vice president decided to grant an interview concerning the whole burial. So let's listen to what Osinbajo has to say concerning it.
And one that is unlikely to happen perhaps in another lifetime. Just the sheer, just the sheer enormity of all that's happened, and the gathering of leaders from everywhere, the goodwill, the good wishes, and all of that from practically everywhere in the world. So I think that this has truly been, and I think it's a testament to the sort of person the Queen was. In life and death brought people together, and I think perhaps even more so in death, So for countries like ours, for Nigeria and for the Commonwealth, I think This has been very ennobling, very strengthening, and I'm sure that King Charles himself felt, somewhat not just the honor of having so many people come by, but also the reassurance that there is a brotherhood across the world, and that the Commonwealth remains strong. Not this time, a Commonwealth of free nations who, willingly subscribe to coming together, to work together to achieve, sometimes disparate political objectives, but clear economic objectives. So this is excellent, and of course, one wishes King Charles very, very well indeed. I mean, I think we're all anxious that he succeeds, and that he perhaps does even better than his mother, which is always the hope, I'm sure, of his mom. I'm sure that the Queen would really hope that.
For our able Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. So let's talk about Oshiomole and Peter Obi. Oshiomole, firstly, I want to say this about Oshiomole. Oshiomole, I won't, like, he tried. Oshiomole is my ex-governor. He tried in our state. I remember during the PDP time, we were really going through it. But when Oshiomole came, Oshiomole showed us another different system of government. So we really enjoyed during Oshomole's time. I'm just going to make that point. And I'm really grateful for whatever he did for Edo. So recently, Oshomole decided to use insecurity to campaign against Peter Obi. And many of us want to know why Oshiomole decided to use insecurity to campaign against Peter Obi. So firstly, I would like to play the video to listen to what Oshiomole said recently concerning insecurity in Anambra State while Peter Obi was the governor.
Any man of 80 or woman of 80 years old can readily speak to. However, what he didn't say is how will you fix it? The area of education and evil savings that he left behind. Now, I think for those of you who are social media warriors, there are issues here that you need to speak to. Go to Google and look at the first 6 months of Governor Obiano's administration in Anambra State. What you will find in YouTube is a Governor Obiano using bulldozers to demolish houses of kidnappers and those who were involved in what they refer to as Bakassi boys or even Bakassi girls. Who was the governor where Bakassi developed in Anambra? And who solved the problem? So if a man couldn't fix a security challenge in his own state, which require courage, how can he convince you that he will fix security challenge all over Nigeria? Don't take it from me. Go to YouTube and find out the first 9 months of Governor Obiano, and then ask yourself, who was his predecessor? As I said, I don't want to look for trouble. I'm a smallish man. Anybody can deal with me. Then ask Gogo, who was Obiano's predecessor? If he tell you, Peter. And so, if he has solved the security problem, will Obiano be demolishing, using bulldozer to demolish people's houses? For houses of kidnappers, Bakassi boys and Bakassi girls, bandits? So when they say, I will fix Nigeria, did you fix your state? The second issue.
Insecurity to campaign against Peter Obi. Of course, we already know how insecurity in Nigeria is currently, and if we should choose now and before. Honestly, if they say you should choose like what we are facing now, and God say, okay, let me bring back what you faced like 10 years ago compared to now, which are you going to choose concerning security? I'm very much sure people will choose 10 years ago because way more better. 10 years ago, or should I say 10 years ago? No, should I say like 20 years ago or 15 years ago? I think people will choose that. Well, Oshiomole, like I've said, I respect him so much, but using the security campaign against Peter Obi, I think that's just too low. He should have done that. And CNN recently threw a major jab at Tinubu. So will CNN tell us now? Can they tell us now that they do not know that Shettima is a running mate of Tinubu? Running mate to Tinubu. Will CNN tell us now that they didn't know? How can CNN post an update on Nigeria presidential aspirant? They put Kwankwaso there, Atiku, Peter Obi, and Shettima. Why not Tinubu? Are they trying to tell us something that we do not know? Why not put Tinubu there? Well, I think that was really, really disrespectful and a major jab. But thank you guys for watching. Your boy again, Adamslink. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Catch you next time. Peace.